in a similar vein to a video that I just actually did, this is now internet speed.travel. So what this one does is it tracks internet speeds in hotels, public facilities, Airbnbs, things like that. If you're someone that needs to have internet wherever you go while you're traveling, this is helpful because you can actually see the speeds tested by real people. If multiple people have visited there, you get more speeds and more tests. It enables you to not have to worry about the fact that, oh, my Airbnb said it's 48 megabytes per second. Well, actually, it's not 48 megabytes per second, it's 48 megabits. So it's like 3 or 4 megabytes per second, for example. But yeah, like I said, it allows you to compare internet speeds and signal strengths for various hotel rooms, apartments, and transport services to make sure you're always connected anywhere you go. Right now, it's very similar to the washroom tracker. If you've seen that video, it's just an issue database. So every single Wi-Fi network will go into one of these template.json files here. There's a network name, or the SSID. So actually those two are different things. So like I said, there's a network name and an SSID. Now the network name can be whatever. It could be the Waldorf Astoria Wi-Fi. It could be the Ritz London Wi-Fi is what we're just going to call it. But the actual SSID might be Ritz_network or something like that. Everything has a password, so those can be shared here. If you've ever been to a restaurant and they're like, oh, the Wi-Fi, you have to buy something in order to get the password. Well, now you have a little tool in your back pocket to be able to access this website, or maybe you download it and save it beforehand, and now you have the password without even having to worry about that. It tells you the location, so it happens to be in New York. The download speed is 50 megabits per second. The speeds are going to be in megabits because that's the classic way that we show speed. While it is a little bit deceiving, that is the way that internet speeds are recorded nowadays. So the download speed is 50 megabits per second. The upload speed is 20 megabits per second. The latency 15, the jitter 5. All of these are done by using the speed test from Ookla. And so those are the kind of data that they give you when you run the test. And is it an open network? Well, that's false. As you can see, when we go to the issues here, there's 192 right now. Here's all of the different Wi-Fi networks. So let's pick the 17-party hostel in Portugal. So they have an SSID. It's the 17 hostel. The password is Tommy17H. The ping is 18 milliseconds. The jitter is 71 milliseconds, so not amazing. You're definitely not going to be playing any first-person shooter games on that, but the Wi-Fi is quite fast. The up is 68 megabits per second. The down is 35 megabits per second. And yes, I say that's quite fast, but that's for a European hostel in Portugal. That's pretty fast. Not for your home connection, where you could have up to gigabit speeds here in the West. And everything is also labeled. So there's secured. It can either be secured or open. We want to obviously see secured networks because that's safer, but that requires a password. That's what this is solving. And it has a strong signal strength. So that helps us rate how strong the signal is. Were you in your hostel room and was the connection terrible? Did you have a 1 bar? Then it's very weak, or it's dismal, I think is an option on here. Or did you have total bars everywhere you went in the hostel? They had complete coverage. Then you have that it was very strong or that it was excellent. And then we want to know the level of security. So the security is WPA-v2. We want to know how secure it is, what version it's using, so that way we can avoid connecting to networks that are not safe. Hopefully, once the actual website is developed, there will be more of a ranking system and people can see, okay, this is really good, this is not so good. And hopefully that will also help us to be able to educate, to network with people on, hey, you should be picking networks that are secured. Here's why. You should hopefully be picking networks that have lots of signal coverage. And then if you're a hostel and you want to know how to better do your signal coverage, here's how you can do that. Here's some affiliate links towards Best Buy where you can buy some of these products, things like that, ways to monetize, ways to connect, ways to keep people on the website for longer, and also educating them on security. Obviously, that's something that is the most important, is education on security of the Wi-Fi and people understanding that, because a lot of people don't understand that. So yeah, this is the database so far. There's 192. And basically we're just trying to make it easy for people to crowdsource places where they can get fast internet if they need to do work while they travel. If you want to contribute to the database, it's currently not open to the public. It's a private repository, but just leave a comment and we'll consider opening it up once it has a little more code and once it has a better web interface. The web interface will have a form where you can submit your own, obviously, and then GitHub Actions will just create a file in here and it'll just pop up on the map, pop up on the ranking list, and then you'll be able to see it from there.